Good day, everyone. Ali's here from Selloff Financial Network. Today is September 21st, 2023. Here is another daily analysis. Okay, so seems like market is just initiate the next sell-off phase. And we just talked about this many times in our previous videos. I was talking to you folks. This could be very ugly. So don't overload yourself with different stocks when we are at here. Probably market will have some downside moves. And sure enough, we saw the downside initiated just last week and continues this week, and seems like it will continue for next few weeks. So there's going to be a potential bias to move to the downside here. So 42 to 4,300 for S&P 500. This area could be kind of like a decisive moment. I should say I was, to be honest, calculate a bit. So we can see market going all the way down to 4,200. But after that, if it stretches down to here to this consolidation phase, that should be kind of like a concerning for everyone. So I'm not sure if we stretch that much, but the last 2 days movement seems like market is just spiking to the downside. We can see kind of like getting down and then bounce back up here. That's going to be a very important level. First decisive moment for S&P 500, demanding area. The second one is going to be here, just a touch below, but I would say important phase is going to be here, somewhere around here, which is going to be this box here, 4,000 to 4170. So 4,000 to 4170, that's going to be important box for S&P 500. If we see something like this, it means we are going to see another probably 10 to 15% more downside. So which is going to be from the top here, it's going to be more than 20, and lots of people will be kind of like I should say anxious, shaky, and they're just talking about probably recession is coming back, or we are getting back to the bear market or something like that, which can be true, but I'm not sure if this happens this period of time. So we can see kind of like a sizable sell-off here for a nice buying opportunity. At least I'm saying carefully right now, but I'm kind of like optimistic about the next move, especially for 2024, 2025. But lots of people are concerning right now. So there are kind of like a two camps. Some people are saying this bear market rally is already finished and we are just getting back to the normal bear market, which is going to be a more downside with a couple rallies, but the prevailing move is going to be downside. Some people are saying this is going to be just a corrective move for the market, and we can go to the upside. So I'm kind of like belonging to the second camp, not the first camp, but this is very bearish pattern, and we will see how it goes. We're gonna again educate ourselves, learn about the market day by day, week by week, based on the price action, and we will see how it goes. Stochastic wise, we are just at the very worst condition. MACD gives us kind of like a divergence. RSI gives us another divergence, which is going to be a fantastic. We want to see more. Price is getting hammered or downside, while RSI is just above the previous low, which could be kind of like the scenario, I should say, in MACD and in IMI. Not sure about RSI and stochastic, but we would love to see some kind of like a divergence, especially when this divergence coming along with a demand area. So that would be kind of like a great buying opportunity. Right now, we are just initiating the next sell-off phase, and we should just be careful about this. Moving on to Nasdaq. Nasdaq, like as we talked about this yesterday, it just broke into the downside. So this trend line works, and seems like market just initiate the sell-off. We are pretty close to this pivotal point. So I'm not kind of like surprised to see if we get down to here and then bounce back up sharply. And this bounce could be here to here, or could be just a little bounce to 300 points and then next sell-off phase. But this area, which is 14,200 to 14,400, is going to be first trench for bulls. So we need to see Nasdaq is kind of like a support this area. I would love to see kind of like a more sell-off here to 13,600 to 13,800 as a very, very nice buying opportunity coming along to this demand area, because lots of people are getting dissipated here and they're gonna just hate the market. And that would be kind of like a nice buying opportunity, I should say. So again, we're just educating ourselves. It's not what I'm thinking. It's not what you think. It's all about the market sentiment and market decision. So the way that I'm looking at is this demand area taking out this August top, which is going to be a very, very important pivot. And market didn't test this yet. And that's going to be a first test and fresh test. So that would be great time for as like a good supporter. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to US 30, which is Dow Jones. I just initiated a sell signal just yesterday after market close. Fair enough, we had a nice move to the downside, and this pattern just is about to form. And this is kind of like double shoulder on each side, and this is kind of like a head, very, very bearish pattern, and just broken the neckline here as well. So everything is coming together for a next downside move. For sure, we will see a bounces here, but the first level is going to be 33,381. But the next level that I'm just looking for is 32,800 to almost 33,000. So we will see if market can have like a sizable bounce from here, but that would be great buying opportunity, I should say. So I'm just waiting for this area, which is going to be October timeframe. For next 2-3 weeks, folks, just buckle up. We will have ugly days, whiny days, red days. So don't be kind of like overloaded yourself, or if you don't hedge yourself, make sure that just take some profits off the table. There are always going to be opportunity in the market. Don't get to the FOMO or something like that. We are just at the beginning of the selling phase right now. Moving on to some individual names, starting with yield. Yield just downtick today, so that's interesting. After yesterday's surge, yield is coming down, and I think this is going to be kind of like a scenario that we can see more downside is coming for yield. Um, TLT treasuries just smashed to the downside. Look at the gap, so it can go lower low. I believe treasury is not in a good shape right now. So after this tackle to here to 97, as long as we are below this area, I should say treasury is not in a bullish momentum. So that is kind of like a long trade for me, and it's very, very hard for me because I've got a good allocation of this in my portfolio. However, I'm not super allocated myself somewhere around here. I just got into this at a very, very good price. I'm not going to disclose the price because it's going to be for my subscribers, but obviously we are negative. So it's going to be okay to see even if this one is getting down to, I should say, 84 to 83. So that is the level that I'm looking for as a kind of like a sizable bottom here, especially multi-month buying opportunity. When I just look at the monthly chart, this area could be kind of like a great W pattern formation. So we are at the end of the monthly chart W pattern. But I know that if you're day traders or kind of like a daily chart trader, that is very, very harmful. But if you're just looking at kind of like a year or two, perfect scenario for long setup. Moving on to gold. Gold is coming down today. So 1919, we got into a buying trade for this. I think gold, I know that everyone is just looking as like a yield is putting pressure on gold, but look what happened to yield. Yield didn't break out strongly, and gold is coming down. I believe not because of yield, because of the selling pressure in the stock market, and some people want to um, take profit or kind of like a liquid their asset in order to avoid margin call. So that pressure comes to the gold because gold is one of those assets holding up itself pretty well for now. compared to Nasdaq, S&P, and these ones. Look at gold from months of July to here. It didn't go anywhere. It just a zigzag going up and down. So it didn't have a crash or a negative performance since July. It's just going sideways. But at the same time, people or traders, investors, they need to have a liquid asset to hedge themselves against the margin call, because the stock market obviously is on a bloodbath right now. So gold just coming down, but I think it is kind of like in bottoming formation. Again, if it doesn't take out this one, if it holds this pivotal point around 1880, 1890, I should say this is kind of like a nice bull flag here for a gold, and then we can see another breakout. If it breaks out above 1937, 1950, then we should see a spiky moment for a gold, especially in October timeframe and November. Crude, just a doji bar, 41 cents. Not a bad price action. Still, I'm just looking for a choppy. I'm not looking for kind of like a move to the upside or downside. I'm just looking for a choppy price action, 84 to 85. That could be kind of like a decisive moment for crude. Look at the VIX, 15% upside. I remember I just talked to you about the call option. Unfortunately, I didn't get this call option. Even myself, I just missed this one. And I got to natural gas. It doesn't play well, but this one, obviously, just going all the way up 15% today. Fantastic move, going to $17 right now. It can stretch up to $20. But look at the VIX. If VIX just a hit here and then shadow down, probably that's going to be intermediate bottom for a stock market. Dixie coming down again. So that's interesting. It just following up with the bond yield weekend, Dixie VIX as well. So it's getting down. Just a topping shooting a star, a small one. I'm not sure. So we need to see follow through. If it gets below this 104, 104.50, then we should see probably dollar just loses strength to the downside to 103 and then bounce. And if it doesn't hold 103, dollar can go all the way down to here, which I think it's gonna probable scenario. And that's why I'm kind of like bullish on gold, even commodities, because they can outperform even a stock market better. Moving on to technology, magma just getting down, and magma is forming a kind of like a bearish momentum right now. If you take out this 1020, can go all the way down to this demand area, which is going to be 900 to 920. So we'll see how it goes. Apple, dollar 56 cents down. So this is kind of like a bearish pattern here. If we take out this, obviously it's going to go all the way down here. It's going to be very, very spiky. Can go down here. The first signal is going to be 166, 167. But if Apple goes down here to 156, that's going to be a better opportunity for buy. Amazon, obviously, just to take out this pivotal point, I'm just looking for this as like a kind of like a first trench, 119, 129. The best one is going to be 113 to 115, which is going to be this area. So this is kind of like interesting area for buy for Amazon, 113 to 115, which is obviously way below this one. Even after hours, it goes even down, more down. A Meta, $3.94 up, a down. So 250 is going to be kind of like the area that I'm looking for Meta, which is $45 more downside. Microsoft, this one, just the doji bar, hold up itself, $1.24 down. If it takes out this level, I think it's going to take out this pivotal point. It can go all the way down sub 300. That's going to be first tranche, this demand area. But it can go all the way down to 269 to 276, ideal scenario. Google, sharp sell-off to the downside. I think it's going to just slice this trend line. And any pullback could be kind of like a selling opportunity. Area that I'm looking for, $120, $112, 112 to 117. That's going to be the area that I'm looking for Google. Netflix, the first trench that we can get just right at the trend line, but here's the first trench, 353, 363. That could be kind of like a good support here, this demand area prior this breakout. Well, it could be, but I'm not sure about that. A Tesla, $6.89 down. This one can go to down to double test this. But I believe Tesla is gonna just take out this one as well, getting back down to this demand area, which is 180 to 190, perfect scenario for me. SMH semiconductor. If you haven't seen my semiconductor video, I strongly suggest you watch that video. I'm gonna put link down up there. I just told you folks, this is very, very similar to this top information. Semiconductors can be in bloodbath. So fair enough, we are just getting a sell signal nicely just yesterday, but I got into this sell signal here, somewhere around here after this bearish consolidation. So I just told you guys, this is gonna be a weak industry. I know that everyone just piling money into this. Nice move, but I think this move is finished, at least for now, and we can get all the way down to here, which is gonna be a good buying opportunity if you ask me. But from here to here, it's going to be another $10 down, so which is going to be a lot for SMH. SOX, the same pattern. It can go all the way down to here, 432, 445. TSM, look at this. So it can easily take out this by stretching down to get to this gap, which is $78 to $80. After that, I'm not sure. AMD, nice hammer today. So 4% downside. AMD, and this is getting to this demand area, and probably this demand area doesn't work. It can go all the way down to here. I should say AMD here, somewhere around 91. That could be kind of like the potential bottom information, at least for a short term. So we will see. NVIDIA, still no touch for me. I'm not going to buy this. Technically, I'm just looking for this as like a first trench. Probably we'll see a small um, bounce here, I should say, but right after 320, this demand area is going to be a great buying opportunity. So NVIDIA, just keep an eye on this. Texas Instrument, a Doji bar, $1.70. Lam Research, $8. Not a bad, but still looking for more downside, 520. XLF Financials, 53 cents down. Look at the candle here, just a breaking to the downside. And this one can take out this pivotal point coming along to 32, 40, 32, 81. KBE already set up for another sell signal here, 33 to $35. KRE, which is kind of like uglier than KBE. Regional bank. It can go all the way down to here to 38 to $39. After that, I'm not sure. JP Morgan, $1.16 to the downside. It can test this 144. Goldman Sachs coming down here. It can just go for another. This is pretty nice. Like, look at this trend line here. Since from here to here, Goldman is just working well. So I'm not sure if this one works as well, because if it breaks to the downside, which is gonna be a most probable scenario, because how many times we are gonna hit this trend line? The more you hit the trend line, next one is gonna be more probable scenario to break it down to the downside. These supports, and I think we're gonna have like a very, very good support sub $300. So we will see how it goes with Goldman Sachs. Wells Fargo, Bank of America, this one already breaking out to the downside. Wells Fargo, 55 cents. This is going to be the area that I have on my table for first demand area. So we'll see. GDXJ, GoldMiners, coming down, still hold up not very well, but still hold up. I know sharp sell-off is coming, but look at the pattern. Pattern is not bad. So as long as we are above this pivotal point or this pivotal point, we are okay. Not a good, but we are okay. GDXJ, this one is coming down sharper, 99 cents down. AEM, look at this. So when I see these stocks, I should say these ones are okay for now, because compared to the other ones like a technology, like Apple, Amazon today, these ones are holding up pretty well. And Newmont, even it just retraced nicely back up. I know 43 cents loss, but look at the type of candle here. So a gap down, but surge to the upside and just getting to opening yesterday. So not a bad price action in this ugly scenario. Franco Nevada, yes, this one gap down, but look at the hammer here. So hammer is not a bad price action here, especially at the support. Gold Barrick, this one is coming down as well, 39 cents. XLE, which is energy stocks, $1.34. I'm not sure this one is holding a lot here. It can go all the way down to 83, 85. XOP, oil and gas exploration ETF, I've got 133, 136. OH, $5.92. It's just at the beginning of the sell-off. It can go to here, 300 to 310 for first support. I'm not sure if it's going to hold, but this one is better. 281, 294. Exxon, $1.64 down. Chevron, $1.50 down. Oxy, hammered, just $1.69 down. Getting back to this area. If it doesn't react, it can go again all the way back sub-zero or $60 for now. So again, just buckle up. Probably we'll see a sharp sell-off tomorrow early and then retracing back up later session. Still is going to be sell the rips scenario for the market for the next few weeks, but after that I'm going to let you know when market is forming a bottoming formation or basing, at least for kind of like a multi-months bottom. So we will see how it goes. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye bye.